Dr. Clarke was an educator in the schooling system and in the public system. In the schooling system, he was the head of African and Puerto Rican Studies at Hunter College, one of the highest positions that a person of African ancestry can reach in a European university. And he was there because he understood that the people who teach our children, who judge our children, who give health services to our children, who give guidance to our children, don't know anything about our children. And that's the dilemma that I would like to put in your hearts today. Because in addition to your valuing yourself and valuing your children, please understand that the world that they live in simultaneously is demeaning them. In the school system, they are not learning about themselves. They are not told of their greatness and their potential. Oh, if they can play ball or be a musician or an entertainer, you can be the master of the ball. And our boys are, and many of our girls are. But they don't necessarily write the contract that enables them to be able to help their people and relate to their people. So as we look at the Trayvon Martin phenomenon and look at it through the eyes of Dr. Clarke, he would say two things. Number one, build an economic base. Every time you come together to have a conversation or to make a protest or to let the world know we're not satisfied with the way you're treating us, that's fine. It bothered me at these demonstrations that we used to say, no justice, no peace. Now we're just talking about peace. No justice has been lost. That message of saying no justice. What does justice mean? It means that I control my destiny. That's my justice. That I put my money where it benefits my people. That I make sacrifices for them. That I connect with them and validate them. It's not a justice that somebody can give to me. It is a justice that starts first with me. The world has known what hair products have done, the kinds of money that we have squandered trying to make our hair look like it's not supposed to. And sometimes we forget the congruence of the whole person. And this is not a time to talk about that necessarily, but it is a time to help us understand how wasteful we have been while we're looking for someone to give us justice. Those people that we're looking to give us justice are making their living off of us. But our hair is smarter than we are, because it'll go back home every time it gets a chance. Because we want to be beautiful. But I tell you that you are beautiful. You are beautiful. And in your natural beauty, you are congruent. All of the parts fit together. And it is a magnificent spectacle to see. Dr. Clarke would say that. And he would also say that until we get involved in those systems that judge our children, if you don't get involved in saying to New York State, the curriculum has to change so that the people who teach my child respects my child. And there's opportunity for you to do that. But if I ask how many of you know your regent, or have ever been to a regent's meeting, or have ever written a letter saying the curriculum is omissive and distortive, and we have given you that information. We've told you in the curriculum of inclusion just how damaging it is. But if you're sitting back waiting for that teacher to be fair, if you're waiting for the members of the jury to be fair when they're coming out of their background of privilege, Dr. Clarke would say we are naive. So in the memory, at the core of my knowledge of Dr. Clarke, the long talks that we had at his house, at Clarke House, under the boab trees in Egypt, many, many, many times. His wisdom talked about the totality of our issues. The Trayvon phenomenon is an American phenomenon. And it is a phenomenon that has helped our children in not knowing who they are to destroy each other. But I tell you that you are beloved, precious, special, dangerous, if you know that you are beloved and special and exceptional and worthy and resilient. You are beloved.
Dr. Adelaide Sanford. Dr. Adelaide Sanford.
You might erase, accomplish what you will. Accomplish what you will.